What's going on, guys? It's above freezing. You know what that means? Time to replace the worn out, broken radio in your boat. Yes, this guy is full on 90s spec. Look at those knobs. Look at that E-track cassette deal, whatever, nice and rusty. Looks like it's been on the Titanic, probably from the Titanic. Today we're going to be replacing it with a modern, brand new Sony radio, satellite. It's got Sirius, Apple Play, Android Play, USB, all the goodies, auxiliary, extra bass, 455, speakers, USB, anything you could want, and more. It has. And we're going to be installing it in under 8 minutes. We're doing a great video, tear apart. This radio does not work. Right now it does not turn on. It is dead. So we're going to figure out what's going on with that. This is a great video to show you how to add a radio or to replace your old one that doesn't work. Sorry about the long intro. Sorry not sorry. Let's get to it. Okay, first things first, you got to remove the old one and figure out what's going on back here. And for that, pull off these two side panels. They should pull off. Be delicate if you have an older boat that could be damaged from the sun. Pop out these two Phillips screws. Don't lose them. You will need them. I'll hold the camera. Pop out those four. And then take it from there. Okay, and then you get all four screws out. And then you, got to do a commercial here. When's the last time you've been to Arby's? They've got the meat. The sandwiches. Okay, and now you pull out the radio like this. Just be real careful. Pulling it out. And it might hit the steering wheel a little bit. But my steering wheel adjusts here. Whoa, knock the board down. We're good, guys. My stereo. My radio. My steering wheel adjusts on here. Not my radio. My steering wheel adjusts on this deal. And you pull this connector out. And this is the antenna connector. Let's see. Now these get corroded on this deal. I would recommend using a little bit of electrical grease and a little bit of sandpaper. You can see this guy. Oh yeah, she's rusty. She's been used and abused. You got the old radio out. And now we put the new in. We might have to deal with some wiring problems along the way. But for the most part, I think we'll be smooth sailing. Okay, so we're going to have to pop these knobs off so we can take the radio out of the bezel, because we will be reusing this bezel. It's in pretty good shape here. So they just pull off, and there's this little fly nut. You should be able to undo it with your hand. But otherwise, if not, you can take a pair of pliers to it, but in this case, it's coming out, no problem. And you'll have to do the same to the lower. And then, let's see if I can show you in a timely matter. Okay, what's going on here? It'll then drop off. And old radio is out. And here's the bezel. We're going to have to modify it a little bit, but we should be okay. Okay, second thing you're going to want to do after you get that is you have all these wires. Mine has been messed with a good bit. Somebody added a toggle switch. It looks like they turned the radio on and off. First thing you're going to do is whip out your multimeter and try to identify which wire is the positive, the memory, and the ground. And then you can work backwards. I have a trick for finding which speaker is which if they're not labeled on here. But I'm going to go ahead and find that, and then I'll check back with you guys. Okay guys, when you buy a cheap boat, or any boat really, you don't know what its past was. See, the previous owner installed some kind of wiring harness, and then it goes to these butt connectors right here, which he just put there. And then we go to the wiring harness of the boat, and it has one speaker up here and one speaker over there. I know that. And then it has the power right there for the radio down there. So a good bit of wiring here. You just got to dig deep. So we know these are the two speakers for up front. Now we just need to find the positive, the ground, and the memory. And we'll be somewhere. Be jamming out on a boat. Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Wire connections here. The speaker that was in there was bad. I had to slam a new dual speaker in there that I got at Advance. And we got one side down. But this side right there, it's giving me a hard time still. So we got to replace that speaker over there. I found the speaker wires for that one. I got this guy wired in, for the most part. So we just got to add, this is the passenger side right here. I don't know what that is in boat lingo, stern or something. But then we can take those other wires and get them over there, and it'll be good to go. We're getting there. Okay guys, so you see this wire here is a speaker wire. They look the same, the coating on there, but one is copper looking, the other one looks aluminum. That's how you tell the difference with some speaker wires, the positive and negative of them. In my experience, usually the silver one over here is the negative and the positive one is the copper looking one, but it's not always 100% for some reason. But we're going to go ahead and make this one the negative one, this one the positive one for that speaker over there, and we'll know when we cut it that which one is positive and negative for the speaker. Okay guys, so we got sound over there, no sound here, a little trouble speaker. So let's pop this guy out. Pop this guy out right here. Crocky man, we're in the habitat. Okay, this is a 6.5 is what I'm replacing with, and these are, from what I can tell, 5 inches, they say on there. But they fit in the holes perfectly. Oh, got my strippers on there. We're gonna, on these connectors right here, I'm gonna solder them straight to the speaker. I don't know why you need push connectors on your boat speakers if you're taking them in and out that often. I like the solder because the boats, they bounce around hitting waves and stuff. Solder joints will hold up. These will always kind of want to come off. So we're just going to solder them. You can see the positive and negative stuff. It'll focus, you can tell. But I'll show you some video of me soldering them next. Okay, soldering it next. Some people say you don't want to solder it when the speaker is on and running, but I say, where's the danger? It's late at night. Okay, always best to have something underneath it when you're charging it now. When you're soldering it, you can see I got the negative and positive. Okay, so the heat tubing's on there. It's a little big, but it's there. Speakers going. There's actually 3 speakers in there. So there's 4 altogether, compared to this one speaker, 4 ohms. So, pop it in. Screw it in. It'll be good to go. Okay guys, it's the next day, and I brought my bezel here to cut. I'm at work right now. I'm going to cut it out with this Dremel tool. I'm going to cut out all that plastic. Bam guys, all cut out. And it is in there. It needs a little finessing, but should be good to go. It's day number 3 of our radio install. Yeah, 3 days. So, what has happened since you were gone? Not much. Here's our radio in there, looking fierce. That looks pretty nice. Our engine cover got pulled off. Our bilge fans don't work. Won't bilge a fan. All the ductwork's mundled for that. But I called in reinforcements. So don't worry about anything. Bam, bam, bam. So what's left to do with the radio is pretty much nothing. It is pretty much done, except add those 2 speakers that I was talking about. Add those 2 speakers. We're going to run the wiring for them, probably around the engine back for the left one. And that's about it. And then we'll play some tunes and see how it sounds. But 3 days to install a radio on a boat? Yikes. I need to rethink what I'm doing. This wire's all tangled up because Mariah boat. Okay, there it is. All wired up. I just gotta throw some more zip ties on there to make it look a little neater. Whoa! There's a ton of stuff here. I ended up running a length from my battery connector to the battery with a 10 amp fuse on it. So if I shut the batteries off, I won't lose the presets on my radio or anything. And then I ran all the wires up there around to the radio. I added 2 speakers back here that are going to go on the bench. And that was a bear to run all those wires, but it's all done now. So just drop the radio in. So many wires. Why do they need so many wires? So many wires. Drum roll. It's all done, guys. Finished it up. Beautiful, right? Took 3 days to do it. 3 days. Woo! Now it's done. Wrapping down the ocean. And finally be done. Maybe take somewhere I get radio signals. Alright, till next time, guys. But that wasn't very good.